Alright, let's get back to the Geoscape chat. Let's have a look at what we can do here. Again, we did take out the facility, so that's 2 pips off of the Avatar project. You love to fucking see it.
The elders were unhappy with you before. Just wait until they hear your
let me see. We got a supply drop in 18 days, mutant autopsy in 3 days. So I think we head back here and continue to try to get our hands on some supplies. See if I have enough AP for an ability. Alright, crappy. Hold on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we go. Soldier abilities. You only have 8 AP. So you're not quite there. You're gonna need 2 more points. We could potentially pull from the pool. And you do have Sprinter, and alright. I'm gonna, again, make the executive decision. We're gonna spend 2 points from the AP pool. I was just bitching about how crappy Sniper doesn't have enough mobility, and Sprinter gives you +2 mobility. So, I made the executive decision on that one. Sprinter is +2 mobility. Also, apparently now you have fear of fire. Don't ask me why. You didn't get set on fire. So I don't know why you'd be afraid of fire, but whatever. Alright, Chad, back to the Geoscape. Let's try and get some supplies. Let's get some supplies.
I am sure you
and there's
will
our
find the results
mutant
to be as
autopsy,
intriguing as I am,
outstanding.
Commander. The aliens make a strong statement by fielding these massive creatures as their
So that'll give
frontline
us the
combat
advanced
units.
grenade launcher,
I
gives
doubt
us
they thought
plasma
anyone would
grenades
resist
as
when
a
faced with
proving
the
ground
alternative
project.
of staring down a mutant.
Apparently experimental weapons are inspired. We can finish that in 3 days. I mean, to be honest, I don't... So here's the thing. I don't really care about the experimental weapons. But I've said before, the Frost Bomb is super good. And also, if we're gonna start running into alien rulers, these weapons do actually help against them. So, now that it's inspired, it might be worth it to actually put the time into researching it. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, Brofist, because he saw that fucking Advent Trooper, like, shooting dudes through cover and just running through fire, giving 0 fucks, and he was like, yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. Let's do it, Chad. Let's go ahead and get experimental weapons done. If it's inspired and we can finish it in 3 days, I think that's the best we're ever gonna get on it. And let's go ahead and continue on the supplies.
We have a positive confirmation on an emergency signal coming from the site of our most recent covert action. Our team was ambushed and needs an evac. Firebrand is already en route.
Man, today is just not my day. Today is not my fucking day. Now we got an ambush. And hey, guess what? It's Warlock territory.
Your attempts at subterfuge have failed, and this defeat will be a costly one.
So, I mean, once again, operation name is on point. Operation Zoned Mist. We're gonna have to get out of here. And it looks like it's gonna be the Lost, so we're definitely gonna have to deal with zombies. We may also have to deal with admin. Once again, XCOM gonna XCOM. Murphy's fucking Law. XCOM is Murphy's Law given physical form. Because anything that can go wrong in this game will fucking go wrong.
You've got no time to waste. Break cover and move to the extraction point on the double.
Now this is especially bad because we only have 2 people. Now, to be fair, they both have decent equipment, which I was complaining about. I was like, man, that sucks. I sent these people on a covert operation and they have all of our good equipment. Well, suddenly it feels like maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Kein Problem, Boss.
Alright, looks like Tribal Typhoon is not gonna be able to make it quite as far, but that's okay. I think I'll just need to remember to move him first every turn. Cult of Accidental Good Tactical Decision. Oh no. No, it wasn't a good tactical decision.
Your team is compromised. We're picking up Advent response forces inbound on your position.
Central, I don't know if you know this, but like the whole point of this mission is that we were compromised, wasn't it? At least I thought so.
Moving out.
I think we just continue to hold the high ground. I'm not gonna try to get bogged down fighting them.
Das kann ich machen.
But just in case they come up behind us, I am gonna put Yas now on Overwatch.
Feinde bewegen sich.
Alright, let's see what they're gonna throw at us. I see nothing. I see nothing. Is that because we don't have a visual? I'm confused. I'm extremely confused.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright, still no visual on any enemies. So I think we overwatch here. And then, I mean, without knowing what we're dealing with out here, I'm a little reluctant to just go charging across the street.
Natürlich.
So let's have Yas now get over here, see if we can get any better visual on what's going on at street level. Okay, street level appears to be mostly clear. I hope I don't regret this.
Klingt machbar. Da drüben hat sich was bewegt.
Central is needy and suffers from middle child syndrome. Maybe that's what it is. Central is... It is, in fact, very, very needy. I'm still trying to keep the high ground where we can.
Schon unterwegs.
So let's get Yas now up here. I'm gonna put them on Overwatch just in case. And we can actually get Tribal right up here, which is good. I want to try and, again, as much as we can keep elevation, I want to try to keep elevation. Stay off the ground level.
Psst. Ich glaube, ich habe was gehört.
Yeah, what she said. And we got Lost coming in. So does that mean that they're going to... Are they gonna squab with the Advent that are here as well? I wonder... Let's see here. What do we want to do? I mean, it looks like I can move straight across here.
Move, move, move!
So we can basically move from one balcony to the other.
Bestätigt. Hier sind Advent-Truppen.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, cool. So the Advent Sniper is gonna abandon the high ground for his scramble. I'm actually okay with that. Oh, that's not a sniper, that's a sentry. So that's basically the Advent version of a sentinel. Well, look at that. Zombies can climb ladders. On the plus side, for those of you that don't remember, Yes Now is actually a lost exterminating machine. Like,
Habt ihr das gesehen?
Yes Now fucking destroys zombies. She gives zero fucks about zombies.
Natürlich.
Alright, what do we got? Looks good so far, looks clear. Alright, outstanding. Let's get Tribal Typhoon moved up here. And let me see. We could, I think we're close. We're very, very close. So, what I think we do is I'm gonna move up to here with Yes Now. So yeah, for those of you that don't remember, Yes Now has a combination of 2 different abilities that makes her absolutely outstanding against the Lost. So, anytime we get a hit on the Lost, it counts as a headshot, which counts as a kill. Also, anytime Yes Now gets a kill, they automatically get the ammo for that shot refunded. So basically, as long as we hit the zombies, we kill the zombies. Unfortunately, the zombies have put themselves in the exact position that makes it impossible for Yes Now to see them. So that's maybe not great. But that's okay.
Schon unterwegs.
So we'll do this.
Nicht schlecht.
Where we're just gonna make them
Schon
not
beeindruckt?
exist. And then I guess we go ahead and we'll let Tribal Typhoon get a kill here. We don't want Yes Now to have all the fun.
Enemy eliminate.
Alright, so this is where we need to be. Where is... I'm hoping we can climb that pipe. Because I'm essentially going to charge in here and hope we don't trigger a pod up high. And then I'll do the same with Yes Now, move over here. And then hopefully next turn we can get both of them into the extraction zone. Alright, Tribal Typhoon, you can make it. Yes Now, what about you? Alright, outstanding. We can get both of them to the extract. Let's do it. Let's get the fuck out, chat.
Advent Bodentruppen.
Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead and take your scramble. It's fine. We're already out. We are already out.
Rolling out.
Yeah, General Quarters, this is an ambush on a covert op. But that's okay. We made it out with minimal fuss. So I'm not gonna complain. Thankfully, the not crappy equipment
All members
actually
of
worked in our
Wave 1 have
favor
been
on this one.
successfully evac'd.
So there you go. Operation Zoned Missed. We didn't kill everything, but that's alright. I ain't losing any sleep over that. Let's have a look at the debris. Oh, look at that. Tribal Typhoon, Sassy Chair. You like to see that. Most exposed, into their turn in sight of the most enemies. Yeah, being surrounded by Lost will do that. 1 Destruction and Solo Slayer. And then, of course, Yes Now getting the MVP on that one. I don't think that's any surprise. In any mission where the Lost are present, Yasnau is gonna get the MVP. Close range, destroyed. Sorry, chat, hiccups. Destroyed terrain and got a kill stealer award. So yeah, like I said, any mission where we're dealing with the Lost, Yasnau is pretty much gonna be MVP. Which, once again, you know, sent Yasnau out on that mission, did not do it with the expectation of running into the Lost, and yet somehow it just kind of worked out that way anyway.
We really put a hurt on the aliens this time, Commander. They won't forget it.
Definitely could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. That was literally best case scenario. Yeah. And that's our reward for the covert operation. Another 2 pips taken off the Avatar project.
Our cooperation has
Outstanding.
proven to be a boon to the Resistance.
And yeah, so there we go. Also got a promotion for Yasnau and Tribal Typhoon. Outstanding. You love to fucking see that. And let's see. We got a couple of options here. We can counter a chosen activity. We can do that multiple times with the hunter. We can do it on... Wait, what? Oh, okay. Scavenge loot. So we could get some supplies. The thing is, it doesn't... Okay, so this is gonna counter the assassin attempting to sabotage the Avenger. I think we need to do this, but there's a high risk that somebody's gonna get wounded. We could potentially spend the intel to negate the risk of anybody being captured, but whoever goes on this mission is probably gonna get hurt. Or, yeah, we could also start tracking down the hunter. We could attempt to track the hunter. I mean, finding the stronghold is the second stage. The third stage is where you actually get all the intel that you need to go after them and kill them. Next time, less bonding, more mission doing. I guess that's fair. Chat, what do you think? Do we counter the sabotage, or do we hunt the chosen? Because I think it comes down to these two. So what are you feeling? Counter sabotage or hunt the chosen? No general quarters, it's not. The assassin is still out there. But we don't have part 3 of Hunt the Chosen yet on the assassin. We already made it to part 2, so we know where the stronghold is. We need to get that part 3 so we can actually stop him. So I'm waiting for that to proc. Definitely seems like more counter than hunt. Honestly, I'm kind of in the same... I'm in the same boat. I think we want to counter the sabotage, because we definitely don't want the Avenger to be sabotaged. So as always, we're going to send out our heroes, winning where we can, because we're not really using them for anything else. I will definitely allocate the intel so that nobody gets captured. Again, they're probably going to get wounded, but that's to be expected. Alright, let's do it. Begin the action.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
Thank you, Riker. And, yeah, we got training center. Why do we have training center? I don't really know why. We should also check, the Guerrilla Tactics School, because... yeah, we just need supplies. So we're ready to get the squad size up to 6. We just need more supplies to do it, finally. In the meantime, we got 2 promotions. We got 2 promotions, chat. We got Tribal Typhoon, who I have not seen in the chat today. So I think chat is going to be on you guys. Looks like they've been speccing into Combat Engineer so far, but our options are Lockdown, which we already looked at. This gives you an additional bonus to hit against enemies that move when they're suppressed. We got Bloodlet. Standard shots from your primary weapon or pistol now cause bleeding. That's actually really good. Bleeding damage is guaranteed status effect and guaranteed damage over time. And then we got Improvise Experimental Explosive. Assemble a random explosive from various objects found in the field. I mean, we already gave them Improvise Grenade, so they just, like, get a grenade. This, I guess, just gives them one of the random special grenades. So, y'all know the drill, chat. 1, 2, or 3. We've got Lockdown to hit enemies that are suppressed. We got Bloodletting to give us some damage over time. And we got Improvise Experimental Explosive. A random well, I mean, the thing with random experimental explosive is if it does what I think it does, based on the description, it could give us something really good. It could also give us something really shitty that isn't gonna help in the given situation. So, like, if it gives us a gas grenade and we're fighting nothing but robots, then suddenly that doesn't really do us any good. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Yeah, again, seems like chat is overwhelmingly in agreement to go with Bloodletting. So let's do it. Now, every time, basically no matter what weapon we shoot them with, if Tribal Typhoon gets a hit, it's going to cause bleed on the enemy. Assuming that it's an enemy that can bleed. I mean, obviously against, you know, robots, that's not going to be super useful. Against stuff like the Spectres, also not going to be super useful. But any organic enemy is going to be feeling the hurt when Tribal Typhoon starts slinging his big gun around. And then we got Yas Now, which I don't think I've seen Yas Now in the chat either. I know they're usually here by now, but they might be busy doing something else today. So let's see. We have currently been building them down the Marauder tree, but we do have other options as well. Oh, Shredder, chat. Your bullpup attacks shred armor. This just, like, all of her attacks just shred armor now. And I think this scales with the weapon. So that, the more powerful the weapon is, the more armor you shred. So Shredder is super fucking good. Then we got Armor System. Upgrades Aid Protocol to provide 1 armor to the protected unit and repair any shredded armor. So that would be good if we were building Yas Now defensively, but we're really not. And then we got Executioner. Fire a shot that bypasses shield and sustain effects, does not break concealment. The only problem with this one is I think it's tied specifically to the shotgun. Actually, no. It's not. Okay, chat, so just so you understand what we're looking at here. Like, if you look at Shredder, you notice at the bottom, it has all of those different weapon types in yellow. Those are the weapon types that this ability is restricted to. In other words, this ability only works with those weapons. If, when we look at this, like Secret Hunt, where it doesn't say that, then that means, theoretically, it should apply to any weapon. It's just an ability we can use regardless. Now, I can't confirm that, but even so, just based on the way that we've been building Yas Now up to this point, I'm leaning towards Shredder, but as always, in the absence of the actual person, I leave it up to you guys. 1, 2, or 3. It already seems overwhelmingly in support of 1. Again, I tend to agree. Could get both. Yeah, I mean, we do have enough AP to get both. Alright, well I think chat has spoken. Let's go with Shredder, chat. We'll go with Shredder, and then, again, in the absence of the actual person, I don't really want to spend the AP unless it's like a super good ability. Secret Hunt is good, but it's not so good that I feel like it's a must-buy. So, I think we save the AP for now, and if we see yes now in the chat, maybe later on today, or next stream, or whenever, we can ask if they want to buy that ability or if they want to save the AP. But like I said, none of these abilities to me are really like must buy. Alright, there we go. That's the promotions out of the way. We don't have anybody ready for... Oh, no, we do. We do have a bond level up. We can improve the bond between Yes Now and Tribal Typhoon. And we already know level 2 is just better in every way. So, I think we confirm the bond. They just got back from a covert operation and an ambush. I think they deserve a little bit of a special time on the holodeck. If you catch my meaning. Let's see, we have an unstaffed engineer. Well, that just won't do. That just won't do. Sadly, we don't really have a lot of supplies at the moment. Otherwise, I would be building another power relay. In the meantime, I guess we just remove some alien debris. It's gonna take 20 days with only one engineer, but we don't really have anywhere else to put an engineer. I could put one in resistance comms, but we're not at the limit of our communications yet anyway, so it doesn't do us any good to put an engineer here yet. Alright, there we go. And let us get back to the geoscape. Go get a mop. Nah, we're not gonna get a mop. We're gonna... Look, we've already had this discussion. If you get nasty on the holodeck, then you clean up after yourself. Those are the rules. Like, it's fine if you want to make a mess on the holodeck. You just need to make sure that it is clean and sterilized for whoever comes along to make the mess the next time. It's again, we're all adults here. Clean up after yourself. It's not hard. It's a barracks, not a bordello. I mean, it is whatever I say it is, goddammit. Look, we got people in here risking their lives, and in fact, some of them dying, to try to save the human race from the Amalgamation menace. If they want to get busy on the holodeck with a little bit of roleplay, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? As long as it's not interfering with their ability to go out there and shoot aliens in the face, then I'm good with it. I'm good. It's the same thing as the 0G pool on the Argo. If motherfuckers want to get naked in a pool in 0G in between getting shot at and blown up, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. However you decide to unwind, as long as you're out there putting in the work when it's time to put in the work. I don't judge. I don't judge. And Cody rolled into the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you, Cody, with a boss lady. Glad to have you. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. We're always glad to see you. I don't know if you'll be lurking or working today, but either way, hopefully you have a good time with us in this XCOM 2 with our hot resistance activities. Anyway, let's continue these supplies, chat. Let's continue the supplies. Oh! Well, there we go. Sereni has finally completed their training. And for those of you that were not here for it, we did actually bring Sereni on last stream as a replacement in the squad lineup for Erst. Since Erst underwent the operation to be a mech trooper, we needed another trooper to fill in for him, and Sereni is the next person on the list, so there we go. They just finished their training, so they have not been on a mission yet, but I imagine that will be changing in the very near future. OSHA safety out the window again. Look, safety third, track tension. And third is being generous.
Strategic resource located.
Alright, 66 supplies. Not great, but I'll take anything at this point. We kind of just needed supplies regardless. So we got a couple of options here. We can go for the distress beacon, grab a scientist. We don't really need a scientist though. Or we can go for power fluctuations and try to get ourselves some intel. I mean, we could always use more intel. Speaking of intel, let's head to the black market.
New course.
Let's check out what they got first. Yeah, there you go. There is no OSHA after the alien invasion. Let's see. We could buy an engineer that we don't really need. We could rush some autopsy research, which again, we don't really need. Oh. Chat. 120 supplies for 35 intel? So maybe So, hear me out. We spend the 35 intel to get the supplies. That gets us up over 200 supplies. Then, we go for the intel. It's big brain time. Now, what can we sell while we're here? Since we're here, what can we potentially sell? Not a whole lot. I mean, we got some Viper corpses. But most of this stuff I think I'd rather hang on to. And we could sell some Illyrium crystals, but I'd rather hang on to those as well. Alright. Let's head over to this intel now that we've done that.
Avenger plotting new course.
Oh, there we go. Now the Twitch alerts are working. I see you, friend A. Hydration incoming. Oh, God. Erst says, important announcement. Mahoako, Season 2 confirmed. Because spring 2024 was the season of I can't believe it's not hentai. Look. If you are a degenerate and you want what is essentially borderline hentai, go watch Mahoaka. Like, I watched it against my better judgment, and I enjoyed it quite a bit more than I expected. It is an extremely irreverent show. Kolowski, listen. I don't know if you forgot where the fuck you are. But anyway, I recommend it. It's a fun watch. I won't get into the specifics, but I'll simply say, if you're a degenerate and you like anime, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. You may like it, you may not. Give the first season a try. Again, I enjoyed it quite a bit more than I expected. And BLM says, speaking of degeneracy, what was that YouTube thumbnail? You can thank Sierra for that. You can thank Sierra for that fucking and you guys know, I make thumbnails for every series that I put on YouTube. When I went to make thumbnails for XCOM, there was a stupid fucking MS Paint image meme that Sierra put in the chat during one of the streams. And when I was going to try to come up with an idea for a thumbnail for the VODs for XCOM 2, that stupid fucking image was the only thing I could think of. So I just doubled down on it and made it the thumbnail. So that is the story of how the YouTube thumbnail became what it is. Anyway, Chad, let's get some intel.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
And there's the experimental weapons. Unfortunately, we have to build them in the proving ground. We don't just get the weapons for free like you do in the vanilla game. Oh, and improved chem throwers. So we have a breakthrough research, which will increase all of our chem throwers, which in this case is basically flamethrowers, by 1. So we could increase the damage for 5 days. Now again, we do still need to research alien encryption, but I have intentionally been putting off story progression. So Chad, I think we go with improved chem throwers. Fuck it, let's spend 5 days making our flamethrowers flame even harder.
I'll contact you when I have a full report available. Apparently my predecessor was something of a brute when it came to handling the interrogation
And let's see, what's
autopsy of
next? I
alien
think we go
subjects.
back to the geoscape, we
From what I've
continue to go
heard.
for intel. And there's our operations. Alright, Chad, here we go. We got some targets. So, let's see. Man. God, I know I keep saying it. I'm gonna continue to say it until it stops being true. These fucking operation names, Chat. Operation IO Ghoul. Neutralize a field commander. Shows up as difficult. 175 supplies. I am not against that idea at all. Unfortunately, we did send Yes Now and Tribal Typhoon on a honeymoon. So our superstar Lost Killer, due to the sitrep, is not going to be available. This will counter Advent Sealed Armor. All Advent soldiers are completely immune to environmental hazards. That would be good to counter. Let's see what we got. We got New Arctic. Man, Operation Venus Front. Did you buy the squad size? I have not, Brewster, but thank you for reminding me. So this is Hack a Workstation. We get 70 intel. Lost World, so Lost could show up. They're not guaranteed to, but they could. And then we get a Psionic Storm. Energy signature at the mission suggests high levels of psionic enemies. I don't like that sitrep. I do not like that at all. And then we got East Asia, Operation Bog 6. Why does that sound like a Navy SEAL operation? Bog 6. Recover an item from an Advent facility. We get an engineer. It counters a hidden event. We don't know what the event is, but there's no sitrep. At least, it's not showing us one. Honestly, I'm kind of partial to this mission. It just makes me a little bit unhappy that we're not going to be able to take Yas now, because Yas now is basically made for these missions. Like, she is a lost exterminating machine. But unfortunately, we're not gonna I mean, we might be able to cancel the bond upgrade and bring her along. But I think the first thing we need to do, before I forget about it, is we need to go and get that squad size upgrade. We just got some supplies. If we were ever gonna do this, the time is now. So there we go. That brings our squad size up to 6 instead of 5. We still got 130 supplies, or 140 supplies. Might be worth it to continue to consider putting in another mech trooper. Maybe. Gotta make another Yas now. Well, that's the thing, though, is Yas now is kind of... Because of the way that the abilities are handled, it's very, like, randomized. Like, the abilities that they get are not uniform like they are in the vanilla game. Like, all of the ability trees are slightly randomized, and we just happen to get a really late game ability very early. And actually, yeah. Yes Now and Tribal actually just came off of their honeymoon, so we're actually good, chat. We are good. In the pipe. 5x5. Let's do it, chat. Operation Io Ghoul.
Setting course for Sector 15, West Asia.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
All right, let's clear everybody out here. Let's clear everybody out. Let's unequip the barracks as you do. And the first thing we're gonna do, and I hate to do this because we already gave them some screen time, but I'm immediately gonna put in Yash now, and I'm gonna put in Tribal Typhoon because they're bonded. I saw that Sierra is now back in service, which he's been laid up in hospital for a while. So I think we bring out Sierra again. Who else? Who else have we not taken? You know what? Serini is fresh off their training. I think if we were ever going to take him on a mission, now's the time to do it. Let's see. Who else? Who else? We could take out EW. We could take out Ajax. I know Ajax has been hanging in the chat there, so maybe it's time to get Ajax on the field. And if we're going to take Ajax, since they are currently bonded with Nocarian, I think it's a good opportunity to get Nocarian on the field. Remember, flamethrowers do extra damage against zombies. And, yeah. Always gotta bring that flamethrower. I would like to bring Erst, but in a zombie mission in the sewers, I feel like this is a good team, I feel like. So let's make sure we get all our people equipped properly. Let's see. You've already got the grenade. What are your secondary abilities? I forget. You also have some combat medic abilities, so that pretty much makes that decision. Medkit it is. And it says I can upgrade your weapon, but it doesn't actually give me the ability to upgrade because we don't have any upgrades. I really don't like that it does that. So we'll throw on the advanced flamethrower. Was a Templar's nickname fan service? Yes. Yes, it is. Then this is a Easter egg that I put in the game. I said I was gonna do this and then I never actually showed you, but this is our Templar. Can you guess why I called her fan service? So yeah, as promised, here's the Templar. I told you guys I would show you the Templar once I got done customizing them. So there you have it. Not quite, but pretty close. Pretty close, Brewster. Alright, let's get back into the mission setup. Alright, let's see. We got Ajax ready to go. Let's throw on a magnetic rifle. We actually have a rail pistol. But I feel like 2 World Wars... I mean... 2 World Wars. And then what are you running as your secondary abilities? Let's see. You're focused on Sentinel, which means you're basically gonna be all rifle all the time. Which is fine, that's fine by me. So then let's give you a med kit as well, why not? More med kits, mo better. Let's see, we've got Sereni again taking the field for the first time, and of course, their visuals are gonna get all screwed up because of the way that the way that the game handles it, but that's okay. That's okay. I prepared for this. I prepared for this. I have made Sereni invisible. Chat, I suspect that that's not functioning as intended. Why are you the way you are? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna make this work, chat. I don't know what's going on. The uniform mod is kinda is cocking up a little bit here, and I don't like it. Alright, we need you. And we need the entire unit. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, there we go. Now, we go back to loadout. We put on the Predator armor. It's gonna do goofy shit. And then we go to manage appearance again. And then I want the entire unit. There we go. There we go. Now it's working as intended. Yeah, stealth armor. I wish that worked that way. Like, yeah, he's invisible. No one can see him. In fact, he can't even see himself. The Samoan ninja. Yeah. Yeah. And this is the appearance as dictated by Sereni, so. Alright, now let's get some actual proper fucking equipment equipped on Sereni. I don't think we didn't really specialize you because you just got promoted. So Sereni, my question for you, loadout wise, you can take a rocket launcher, but everybody can take a rocket launcher. Your specialized equipment is Gremlin and Gauntlet. Gauntlet is basically a rocket launcher and a flamethrower combined, and the Gremlin, let's see, what? So you would be running Techspert if you wanted to run the Gremlin, so mostly hacking. So the question is, now that you're here, do you prefer heavy weapons or do you prefer hacking? Heavy weapons. Alright. Gauntlet it is. Rocket launcher and flamethrower. And if we're gonna do that, then I mean, obviously we have to give you an additional rocket. I'd love to take 2 grenades, but it doesn't give us the option to do that. Oh, that's right. You can't load extra rockets, so we'll give you a med kit instead. Alright, next up we got... Chad, I think there might be a little something going on with the game right now. There might be a little something going on with the game right now. And Omega 4 is rolling in the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you. Glad to have you, Omega. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. and hopefully get ready for some hot resistance operations here in XCOM 2 with us today. XCOM has 0 trigger. I mean, Sierra's got some good trigger discipline. Alright, here's what we're gonna do, chat. Yeah, there's definitely some goofy shit going on. I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna reload, chat. Because there is clearly something going on. I'm hoping that a reload will fix the problem. He's a faceless? Shoot him. Yeah, there you go. Shapeshifter. Take him out. Alright, now. Hopefully, that will unfuck whatever is going on with the game right now. Okay, everything appears to be working as intended. There's our mans. There's our mans, alright. The appearance is actually working correctly. You love to see it. Let's see, with Sierra, he is running a lot of hacking, so I think a hacker's laptop is a good secondary for him. We'll throw on the field plate here. You get the magnetic support cannon. Might as well give you the rail pistol. And your aim is not great, so maybe I give you the tracer rounds. No, we give you the med kit because we're going to give the tracer rounds to Yas now. And the reason we're giving the tracer rounds to Yas now is because, remember, we're going to be dealing with the Lost. So by giving her tracer rounds, we're increasing her aim, which, like, as long as she gets a hit on a zombie, it's a kill. So we're good. I'm wondering if it might not be a better idea to take the sawed-off shotgun on this one. Well, first of all, let's make sure we give her a proper weapon. Let's see. Because yeah, we didn't really spend any abilities on any of this stuff, so maybe just for funsies we give her the sawed-off shotgun, or now we go travel light. I mean, as you can clearly see by the cleavage here, she's already traveling light. So giving her more mobility, I think is better. Bing mod detected? Yeah. I mean, listen to this banger, chat. I love this song. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We are ready. We are ready, chat. Let's do this. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Everybody's got armor. Everybody's got upgraded weapons. Everybody's got grenades and med kits. Chat, I think we're good. Let's make it hot.